Let's be honest. Introducing ourselves to a complete stranger, or walking up to someone to befriend them, or even when facing an interview, it can get quite nerve wracking. I've been there myself. You have this startup problem. How many of you have felt that way before? Your heart is beating fast, you're repeating sentences in your head, you're sighing, and you're doing that thing with your leg. I think people call it the restless leg syndrome. This is mostly true in case of interviews. And I've seen this happen a lot to myself as well as others. And when you're looking directly into the other person's eyes, you have probably felt like this, like a deer in the headlights. Your mind goes blank, and all you're doing is staring, maybe even looking away, which is what I used to do all the time. Usually, it is followed by an awkward silence. But today, we are going to take care of all of the above problems and come up with a solution which you can apply to get your next introduction perfect. Welcome, one and all, to this lecture on how to introduce yourself in any situation. Now, before we do that, I want you to grab a few things and be ready for what I'm going to tell you shortly. The things you'll need for this lesson: a notebook, a pen, an open mind, and a can-do spirit. Okay, let's dive right into the lesson. We'll be covering the key points to help you introduce yourself in any situation, personal and professional. And we'll be doing one exercise towards the end to get the ball rolling on your side. Just follow along and take notes if you want to refer to them in the future. The goal is to convey your introduction with ease and leave a lasting impact. Okay, what comes to your mind when someone asks you to introduce yourself? Let me tell you what comes to my mind. Hi, I'm Anusuya. I'm a graphic design student. And if the situation calls for it, you'll add more details like, and I'm an ex-software developer. I was born in Pune and I did my schooling in a lot of different places. I graduated from XYZ College in Chennai with a degree in computer science and engineering. And that's it. It ends. Then the other person almost parrots a different version of the same thing. It usually doesn't leave much room for connecting with the other person, does it? Or even furthering the conversation. For some reason, this kind of an introduction just doesn't have a soul. It doesn't really tell anything about you, if you ask me. People actually don't really care. They're going to forget most of what you said tomorrow. People care about who you are now and what you can give them. Think about it for a moment. Ask yourselves, who am I really? It may sound like you are getting the message across by giving an introduction similar to the one I just said, but the question is, does it really convey who you really are? We are going to be looking at some of the key points you need to consider before introducing yourselves in any situation or environment. Now, these points are the very basics. Consider them to be the foundation for making your introduction. Okay. Number 1, be honest. Being honest is the first thing you need to remember when making an introduction. Speak your mind. State the facts. Make it interesting. Make it sound like how you would talk when meeting a friend or a well-known person. Be at ease, but never ever lie. If you do that, you're going to become an untrustworthy person. And making people trust you again is going to take a lot of effort. So, be honest. Use the right tone. Check your tone when you're introducing yourself. You don't want to sound obnoxious, like, I'm this great person and all of you are beneath me kind of attitude. Be humble. Be friendly. Use the opportunity to create a friendly atmosphere without judging or assuming that you are better than everybody else. And don't be timid either and end up being inaudible. Practice getting comfortable introducing yourself confidently in the right tone. Show your passion. When you're passionate about something, your words will automatically reflect that because you can't stop talking about it. That's how introductions need to be. They need to make an impact. Your passion needs to shine through. Tell them what you believe in and what you can contribute. And don't mince your words. Believe in what you do and convey your introduction clearly. Do not fear criticism. Oftentimes, I have seen people hold back fearing they are going to sound bad if they tell something, or people might hate them for it. Let me tell you something. Think of it this way: one person's opinion doesn't have to affect you or shape your thoughts. Confidence starts with not caring about what other people think of you or how people will react after getting to know you. So introduce yourselves without fearing judgment. Be natural. I used to give this advice to myself a lot. I used to think I need to be a certain way for people to accept me, and that I should talk a certain way or act a certain way. But that is only going to stress you out eventually because you're working on and putting unnecessary effort on being a fake. Instead, work on being yourself wherever you are and whoever you meet. That way, you'll attract more people who believe in the same things as you do. So be authentic when introducing yourself. Have a good posture. Loosen up your body before you're preparing to introduce yourself. Do some breathing exercises if that helps you relax or calm down your nerves. It can get overwhelming sometimes depending on who it is you're going to meet. So practice training your mind to appreciate everything that you are and display yourself with confidence before the other person. Your body will naturally follow your mind and have a good posture. Be in the moment. Sometimes you feel the need to be so precise that you start thinking too much and eventually you forget what you were going to say. This happened a lot to me in the past. So instead of letting your mind wander around searching for words to say, tell them what needs to be said in simple words. Convey the matter, and even if the other person isn't interested in you, leave with a polite smile. Practice. Without doing this, you're not going to get very far. True story. Before doing this presentation, and since this is my first, I took a whole day recording my voice and replaying it multiple times. You have to keep doing it consistently to get better at any skill in life. Just a day isn't going to work. It's a process. It gets better over time. And all you have to do is put the time into it to practice. So keep experimenting with your introduction until you are satisfied. If you fail making an impression, just keep going. Anybody can do it. It's not about how talented of a speaker a person is, but the pain of going through the effort of learning and sharpening your skills. That's what will make you successful. It might take time, but eventually you'll get there. You need to believe that. So believe in yourself first. Believe that you can nail that introduction. And then you can achieve it for sure. Summarizing all the points that we have just seen, for the perfect introduction, be honest, use the right tone, show your passion, do not fear criticism, be natural, have a good posture, be in the moment, and practice. The more consistent you are in practicing, the more progress you're going to make. On an end note, let me introduce myself. Hi, I'm Anusuya Subramanian. I love to be creative in everything I do. As an English language mentor, I help people speak better English and help them love the process of learning the language. And as an aspiring graphic designer, I hope to create awesome designs that people will love and remember. The quote, "What the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve," has been life changing for me. I'm passionate about personal growth and I would love to help people stop living mediocre lives and explore their full potential. This is how I would do it. But you can either follow this or consider all of the points that I have taught you and create your own unique introduction. Here is a small exercise for you to get started with your introduction. Give your best short introduction in the comment section below. Let everyone know who you really are and what is the one thing you believe in and are passionate about. It doesn't matter if it isn't perfect. Just let your thoughts flow and write it down in a piece of paper and then post it here in the comments below. And remember, be yourself. Create your own identity and incorporate that into your introduction. Everybody is unique and different. That's what makes the world an interesting place. So, share your introductions and let the learning process begin. Follow me and get inspired to learn and become a better person. So, until my next video, stay motivated, stay strong, and keep learning. I think this looks more like a cow rather than a deer, right? Anyways, have a great day ahead.